Hi, I'm Mark, and today I'm going to be showing you the 5 best power banks in terms of value for money, portability and charging capacity. Make sure you hit that subscribe button for tons more of the latest tech reviews, roundups like this, and as always, check the link in the description below for links to all of the products mentioned in this video. Okay, let's jump right in. So before we get started, I'd just like to mention that these power banks are compatible with any smartphone out there, whether it's Samsung, Apple, Huawei, or anything, you name it, it works. All you need is the correct cable to connect your power bank to your smartphone and boom, you're in business. So I've linked all the cables you'll need below, plus the power brick you'll likely need to charge your power bank at a full speed too. Oh, and make sure you watch this video to the end because I have saved the best until last here. But until then, here's power bank number 1. Right, so let's kick things off with the most compact, most portable power bank in this video, the Poweradd Slim 2 portable power bank at just £8 or $13 US. Now, I know that some of you won't mind your power bank being extremely enormous, big bricks that are capable of charging your average smartphone 7 to 8 times before needing a charge. But for those of you who are looking for something incredibly compact and pocket-sized but still packs a lot of juice, then the Poweradd Slim 2 is going to be the one for you. With its 5000 mAh capacity, it will happily charge any flagship smartphone from 0% to full and still have enough left over for a bit extra too. Weighing in at 124 grams, is also the lightest power bank in this video by a pretty large margin. Okay, it doesn't deliver the fastest possible charge, but with its 2.1 amp output, it's still pretty above average in that department. Overall, I have to say that this is the best value compact power bank at this price point, and you won't find yourself hesitating to take it out and about with you, which, as I'm sure you know, is sort of the point of power banks. Right, so now let's go to the exact opposite of the spectrum with power bank number 2, which is definitely the power bank for backpacks. It's the Anker Powercore with double speed recharging at £50 or $66 US. Now, trust me here, for the capacity of this thing, coupled with its insane recharging speed, this is actually awesome value for money. If capacity is what you're after, then look no further. With its 26,800 mAh battery, you'll get 7 to 10 smartphone charges out of it before it needs charging itself. But that longevity does come at a cost, that cost being it's pretty bulky, weighs 500 grams, and also another downside to having a large capacity power bank is how incredibly long it takes to charge. But fortunately, that's not the case here because this model of the Anker Powercore has 2 inputs, so you can actually charge this thing double time. Yes, that literally means plugging it in twice, which I know it does look like you've done it by mistake or it looks wrong, but it does drastically cut down charge time from something crazy long like 12 hours to literally halving it to just 6 freaking hours. And that feature makes this power bank pretty damn unique, and I've never seen another one like this, to be honest. So whilst you will definitely find other power banks with the same capacity for less money, they'll be without the double speed recharging, which means you're looking at extremely long recharge speeds, so even overnight isn't enough. So make sure you bear that in mind before making your purchase decision. Since the Powercore sports a 3 amp output per USB port, it actually charges faster than 90% of power banks and supports the simultaneous charging of up to 2 devices without any slowdown. So if, like me, you intend to use your power bank on pretty long journeys, or you're the type of person who just doesn't charge it or doesn't want to constantly be recharging it after just one use, then the extra size and bulk of the Anker Powercore is likely going to be well worth it for you. So now we've visited the 2 extremes in size and capacity, let's hit the middle of the road with power bank number 3, the Aibocn? I have no idea even how to begin to pronounce that, but it's their small power bank at just £11 or $11. Yes, that's right, just $11. I can't believe that this even exists at this price point, to be honest. It might even blow your mind a little when I tell you that it has a 10,000 mAh charging capacity. So that's over 2 full charges of the Samsung Galaxy S10 Plus or over 3 iPhone XS Max chargers. It's hard to justify picking out the negatives at this price point, but I'm going to do it anyway. For its charging capacity, it is physically a little larger than your average 10,000 mAh power bank, but to be fair, it's still considerably smaller and lighter than the Anker Powercore I just mentioned, weighing 200 grams less at 300 grams. So It might not fit in your jeans pockets comfortably, but it will definitely fit into pretty much any other pocket, no problem. The primary USB port charges with a 2.1 amp output, whereas the secondary USB port is just a 1 amp output, which is pretty damn slow. So charging that second device simultaneously isn't going to be especially fast, but it is nice that it's possible just in case you need it. It also has a built-in LED flashlight, which is pretty redundant to be honest, but you know, let's be real, this thing is 11 bucks and they still managed to put a freaking flashlight on it for no reason. I guess, I don't know, you never know. You could maybe use the flashlight to search in a dark backpack for something. I don't know, I'm trying here, but the build quality is surprisingly good at this point too. I know it's hard to believe, but it's just as good as anything as I'd expect from Anker, so definitely well above the industry average. I mean, it goes without saying, really, this is the best power bank you can buy for 11 bucks, hands down. And to be honest, it's still competitive with other power banks of up to at least 25 bucks. Okay, so whilst power bank number 4 might be 3 times the price of the one I just showed you, it actually still somehow manages to offer equally as awesome value for your money. Let me explain. First of all, say hello to the best all-rounder in this video, the RAVPower Power Bank with iSmart technology, which comes in at a modest £24 or $33. Okay, so it costs more, but it's actually smaller than the Aibocn, and it has a bigger charging capacity at 16,750 mAh too. So that's 4 smartphone rechargers or 6 in an iPhone, all in this little compact frame. Okay, so that's a pretty good start, right? Well, charging speeds are also faster too, with a 2.4 amp and 2.1 amp output from each USB port, which of course means, again, simultaneous charging is on the menu too. It also weighs exactly the same as the Aibocn, so dropping an extra 22 bucks is well worth considering. You will, and I promise you, you will get value for money out of those upgrades over the course of owning this power bank. I definitely say that this beast is the best all-rounder, nailing a harmonious balance of cost, charging capacity, charging speed, size, and weight. Oh, and did I mention it even has a flashlight as well? Now that's what I call a real game changer. So I said I was saving the best until last, and I wasn't lying. My 5th power bank is the fastest and the best even for charging laptops. It's the Anker Powercore Plus 26,800 mAh power bank at £103 or $130. Okay, I've just dropped that high price point on you, so now let me tell you why it's worth it. Well, 2 reasons mainly. It charges insanely fast. It recharges insanely fast. What more do you need to know, really? I mean, being one of the few power banks with a USB-C input and output, it can charge devices at a mind-blowing 30 watts and still has room for 2 3-amp USB ports too. Via USB-C, it can be fully recharged in just 4.5 hours. Yes, that's right. A 26,800 mAh power bank that can be charged in 4.5 hours. That will see you through even the most intense daily use, no problem. But of course, being a high capacity power bank, it's much the same size as the regular Anker Powercore I mentioned earlier, but this one is actually 60 grams lighter at 444 grams somehow. However, it does have a much better build quality too, with its sleek aluminium alloy shell and a pretty suave power indicator to boot. As the charging speed of this power bank is so advanced, that means I can definitely recommend it to you for charging laptops as well as smartphones. Thanks to its capacity, it will charge a smartphone 7 to 10 times and a MacBook Pro from 0 to 100% once and still have juice left over. That's pretty mad, right? So if you have a need for speed or you're just a demanding power bank user, just buy this and thank me later. You won't regret it. Oh, and I thought I'd just sneak in a little honourable mention here. If you have a Samsung smartphone, then you might want to consider buying a power bank that has Qualcomm quick charge enabled. Like this Anker Powercore speed, and without getting too deep into it, it basically means that your power bank will charge insanely fast compared to any of the non-Qualcomm enabled power banks by a mile. I'll throw a few recommendations into the description below for you, but if you'd like me to make a specific video just on those power banks, then let me know, as I gladly make a video for you guys all about it. So that's it for the 5 best portable power banks. Did I miss any out? I'm sure I did, because it was hard to narrow it down to just these 5. Which of the ones I mentioned are you going to go for? If you are, let me know by leaving me a comment below. If you have any questions for me about any of these power banks as someone who's owned them, used them, then feel free to ask in the comments below as well. So before you go, please give this video a like if it helped you, and make sure you subscribe for tons more tech reviews. and my apparently very Simon Cowell sounding voice. I mean, I mainly agree with that. I mean, but in the comments section today, I'm asking you how often you upgrade your smartphone. Once a year? Less frequently? More frequently? Let me know in the comments below. Oh, and don't forget to give me a follow up here on Instagram if you like seeing photos of London or you just want to know when my next video goes live. And yeah, that's it. So until next time, Mark, over and out.